Hey, Nick Z from the 4019s here. I wanted to tell you a little about a recording studio in my neck of the woods in it's a town called New Brighton, Pennsylvania, just two towns down from where I grew up. When I was a kid, I would be driving through New Brighton with my father, and I would see this sign here. And the studio was this red Victorian style house, and I was a young kid. I didn't know what the whole recording business was about, but I liked music like we all did. And as I got older, I got to learn a little more about it, and I discovered, wow, all these bands I was listening to, some of that stuff was recorded here. Jeree and Donnie, I believe, were the guys in charge, and they started up, I think, in the 50s and through the 60s. One of them had to serve in Vietnam, and the other guy took over. And then in the 70s, I think they really got their swing. Let's see, I'm thinking one of the main artists at the time, Donnie recorded there with the Cruisers, probably in 1980, Back on the Streets. Aaliyah was, I think, the main song off that album, at least at the time. And possibly Love Is Like a Rock. I think he also did King Cool there. And some of the other bands, I do remember well, like around 79, the Granatis released their debut record, G-Force. And they may have gone by G-Force at the time. But that record, I don't know if it was A&M. They were on A&M Records, I believe. But somehow Van Halen got wind of that album. I don't know if that was the reason or not, but touring through Pittsburgh, they hooked up with the Granati brothers and went on several tours. And to this day, they remain friends. And occasionally, I think in 2015, when Van Halen was in town, the Granatis and them hooked up. I'm thinking some of the other bands, let's see, probably in the 70s, Skyliners recorded there, the famous doo-wop. I won't say they're too much doo-wop at 50s genre. B.E. Taylor, Wild Cherry, Play That Funky Music. Now, I don't know if that was recorded there, but the band recorded there. Billy Price, of course, the famous bluesman from Pittsburgh. He now is I believe he's in Baltimore. And, of course, Norm Nardini, Storm and Norman recorded there. The Silencers, of course, recorded there, and who are reformed, I believe, some 30 or 40 years later. They're back at it, so go check them out. This is John and I with Brandon doing the tour. We stopped by Jeree's. We were in town for a show many years ago, and I had to stop by and pay homage to this place. John knew about it as well. So anyway, if next time you're down on 3rd Avenue in New Brighton and you see this sign, think about all those bands that played there. And I do believe that a person purchased Jeree, some sort of the entrepreneur. He's keeping it in the spirit of the old studio. So there's a lot of history there. I believe even George Romero recorded some music there for his movie Creepshow. Well, anyway, check it out, Jeree Records. I hope it's still there. I hope the sign is still there. Next time I'm in town, I'm going to find out. I'll get back to you. Nick Z out.